The rise and fall of Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire traces its roots back to the 13th century, when it emerged in the region of Anatolia, known today as modern-day Turkey. It all began with the leadership of Osman I, who founded a small principality in northwest Anatolia. Osman's leadership and vision laid the groundwork for what would eventually evolve into one of the most powerful and enduring empires in history. Initially, the Ottoman Principality was modest in size and influence, but through a combination of strategic conquests and shrewd diplomacy, began to expand steadily. Osman and his successors forged alliances with neighboring states, capitalized on internal divisions among rival powers, and utilized military prowess to seize new territories. This gradual expansion laid the foundation for the burgeoning empire's growth and eventual dominance in the region. Osman's legacy as the empire's founder is honored in the very name of the empire itself, as the term Ottoman is derived from his name. Thus, from its humble beginnings as a small principality in Anatolia, the Ottoman Empire emerged and flourished, shaping the course of history in the centuries to come. The Ottoman Empire experienced a period of rapid territorial expansion, reaching a pivotal moment in 1453 when they conquered Constantinople, which is now modern-day Istanbul. This monumental event, led by Mehmed II, marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and symbolized a significant shift for the Ottomans. The capture of Constantinople was more than just a military victory. It represented the consolidation of Ottoman power and the transformation of the empire from a frontier state into a formidable regional power. The fall of Constantinople opened up new opportunities for the Ottomans both strategically and economically, as they gained control over key trade routes and access to the Mediterranean. Moreover, it solidified the Ottoman Empire's position as a dominant force in the Eastern Mediterranean and signaled their emergence onto the world stage. The conquest of Constantinople under Mehmed Ii's leadership remains one of the defining moments in Ottoman history, shaping the empire's trajectory and leaving a lasting impact on the geopolitical landscape of the region. The 16th and 17th centuries stand out as the golden age of the Ottoman Empire, a period characterized by unprecedented prosperity, cultural flourishing, and military prowess. This era witnessed the reign of illustrious sultans such as Suleiman the Magnificent, whose leadership epitomized the zenith of Ottoman power. Under their rule, the empire expanded its influence across vast swathes of Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa, creating a formidable realm that stretched from the Balkans to the Arabian Peninsula. This territorial expansion not only solidified Ottoman control over key trade routes, but also facilitated the flourishing of commerce and cultural exchange. The Ottoman Empire emerged as a major hub of international trade, connecting the markets of Europe, Asia, and Africa. Moreover, it became a beacon of Islamic civilization, fostering a rich tapestry of art, architecture, literature, and scholarship. Istanbul, the imperial capital, stood as a testament to the empire's grandeur, boasting magnificent mosques, palaces, and public works. Suleiman's patronage of the arts and his promotion of intellectual inquiry further contributed to the cultural renaissance that characterized this golden age. Ultimately, the 16th and 17th centuries represented a pinnacle of achievement for the Ottoman Empire, cementing its status as a global superpower and leaving an indelible legacy that endured for centuries to come. By the latter part of the 17th century, the Ottoman military faced significant challenges stemming from stagnation and a growing technological gap compared to their European counterparts. This period marked a crucial juncture where the Ottoman Empire struggled to keep pace with the evolving military tactics and technologies of the era. While European powers were embracing innovations such as firearms, improved artillery, and more sophisticated naval vessels, the Ottoman military remained relatively conservative in its approach. This technological disparity gradually eroded the empire's military effectiveness and undermined its ability to defend its territories against external threats. The Ottoman leadership found it increasingly difficult to adapt to these changing circumstances, exacerbating the empire's military weaknesses and leaving it vulnerable to encroachments from rival powers. Thus, by the late 17th century, the Ottoman Empire faced mounting challenges as it grappled with the need to modernize its military capabilities in order to safeguard its territorial integrity and strategic interests. Throughout the 18th and 19th centuries, the Ottoman Empire experienced a gradual but significant decline as it lost territory to European powers, particularly through a series of conflicts including the Balkan Wars and the Russo-Turkish Wars. These conflicts, characterized by shifting alliances and power struggles, resulted in the gradual erosion of Ottoman control over key regions in Southeast Europe, the Caucasus, and North Africa. The Balkan Wars, for instance, saw several Balkan states gaining independence from Ottoman rule, further fragmenting the empire's territorial holdings. Similarly, the Russo-Turkish Wars led to the loss of territories in the Caucasus and the Balkans, as well as the weakening of Ottoman influence in the Black Sea region. These territorial losses not only diminished the empire's geopolitical stature but also had profound economic and military repercussions. The loss of valuable agricultural lands and strategic ports weakened the Ottoman economy, while the diminishing territorial control undermined the empire's military capabilities and its ability to project power in the region. Consequently, the Ottoman Empire found itself increasingly vulnerable to external pressures and internal dissent, hastening its decline in the face of mounting challenges from European powers and nationalist movements within its territories. In light of the challenges confronting it, the Ottoman government embarked on a series of reform initiatives known as the Tanzimat and later the Islahat, with the goal of modernizing the state and consolidating authority. These reform programs represented concerted efforts to adapt to the changing socio-political landscape and address the empire's internal weaknesses. The Tanzimat reforms, introduced in the mid-19th century, aimed to modernize various aspects of Ottoman governance, including legal and administrative systems, military organization, and educational institutions. Similarly, the Islahat reforms, implemented in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, sought to further modernize the empire by promoting economic development, secularization, and equal citizenship rights for all subjects. However, despite these ambitious reform agendas, progress was often hindered by internal opposition from entrenched vested interests, including conservative elements within the bureaucracy, military, and religious establishment. Moreover, external pressure from European powers, who sought to exert influence over Ottoman affairs, posed additional challenges to the reform process. These factors combined to undermine the effectiveness of the reform efforts and contributed to the gradual erosion of Ottoman authority in the face of mounting domestic unrest and external interventions. Despite their noble aspirations, the Tanzimat and Islahat reforms ultimately fell short of achieving their intended objectives, highlighting the formidable obstacles facing the Ottoman Empire as it grappled with the imperatives of modernization amidst a rapidly changing world order. The Ottoman Empire's entry into World War I as an ally of the Central Powers proved to be a pivotal moment in its history. It faced a string of setbacks and defeats during the conflict. The aftermath of the war brought further turmoil as the empire was subjected to the terms of the Treaty of Sevres in 1920, which involved the partitioning of its territories by the victorious Allied powers. However, amidst this tumultuous period, Turkish nationalists, under the charismatic leadership of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, rose to challenge the imposed treaty. Atatürk and his supporters vehemently opposed the terms of the Treaty of Sevres, viewing it as a grave injustice and an affront to Turkish sovereignty. In response, they launched a formidable resistance movement against foreign occupation and interference in Turkish affairs. This resistance culminated in the successful establishment of the Republic of Turkey in 1923, marking the definitive end of the Ottoman Empire. Under Atatürk's visionary leadership, Turkey embarked on a transformative journey of modernization and secularization, breaking away from its imperial past and embracing a new era of national identity and progress. The establishment of the Republic of Turkey not only signaled the demise of the Ottoman Empire but also laid the foundation for the emergence of a modern democratic nation-state in the Anatolian heartland. Thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon.